Hello, this is the Edina High School Counseling Department here to talk about course registration for the 2019-2020 school year. The information presented today is designed to be a general overview of the registration process. Just so you know, the course catalog and other registration information can be found by navigating to the Edina High School webpage, then going to the registration link. Again, the course catalog is there, as well as other resources designed to give you a deeper dive into the information around registration. The course catalog is handy for looking up course descriptions, course requirements, and other information specifically related to scheduling. Before we start talking about specific coursework, we want to quickly review the graduation requirements for our students. Edina High School operates on a semester basis, with each semester course being worth 1 credit. So a full year course, for example, such as English 9, that students will take all year, they will earn 1 credit for each semester. So at the end of an English 9 course, students can potentially earn 2 credits for that full year. So students will need a total of 43 credits to graduate from high school, which include the following courses: 4 years of English, 3.5 years of social studies, 3 years of science, 3 years of math, 1 semester of personal wellness, 1 semester of a wellness elective credit, 1 semester of health, and a full year of fine arts. So let's break that down and see what it looks like by subject. So for English, again, students need 4 years in order to graduate from high school. So that would include 9th grade English, 10th grade English, and 11th grade students can choose between United States literature or advanced placement literature. And in 12th grade, students have a variety of English electives to select from. The next category is social studies. Our 9th graders do have a choice between government or advanced placement government, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. 10th graders can take world history, AP world history, or AP European history. 11th graders can choose between US history or AP US history. And 12th graders have a choice between economics or advanced placement economics. For our 9th graders who may be considering the advanced placement government, we would encourage you to talk with your teachers as well as your parents to see if that's a right fit for you. An advanced placement course is a college level course that includes a college level textbook. You'll find that you're going to have more homework involved with an AP course, as well as more reading and typically more rigorous material in general. The next category is math. So math is not necessarily aligned to grade level, rather to sequence. So this slide reads in columns. So for example, along the left-hand side where you see your 18-19 grade 8, the first column starts with Algebra 8. So students who are in Algebra 8 currently, you can see if you read the line below that, next year we'll be taking intermediate algebra. The following year they'll be going into geometry, followed by Algebra 2, and then on to pre-calculus as an example. So again, if you can find your current math course along the top, whether it's Algebra 8, Geometry 8, or Advanced Algebra 8, and then you'll read down to see what the next course would be for you. You will be talking with your math teacher more about which course you should be registering for next year. So in addition to taking a peek at this, please do talk with your math teacher again to find out which course you should be selecting for next year. The next category is science. So as 9th graders, our students will be registering for either physics or enriched physics. And again, you can talk with your science teacher to find out which might be a fit for you. In 10th grade, students can choose between chemistry or enriched chemistry. There is a math requirement for those taking chemistry, so when you get to that point, you'll want to take a look at that. 11th graders can choose between biology or advanced placement biology. And 12th graders have a variety of science electives to choose from if they go on with that fourth year of science. As we talked about before, 3 years of science are required for graduation, but many of our students choose to go on and take that fourth year. We did talk about 1 semester of health being required, as well as 1 semester of personal wellness, and a semester of a wellness elective. So on the right-hand side here, you can see the wellness electives that are available to you. Blended guided wellness, soccer theory, girls only Phy-Ed, wellness and sports, strength training, basketball theory, and unified Phy-Ed. If you're interested in learning more about these courses, descriptions can be found in your course catalog. Fine arts is the last category that's required for high school graduation. Again, it's 2 credits or 2 semesters of fine arts, which includes visual arts, performing arts, civil arts and engineering, as well as interior design. And descriptions for these courses can also be found in your course catalog. Every department does offer elective courses. So again, make sure that you're taking a look at that course catalog to learn more about the large variety of courses that are available to you. We do want students to put some thought into their post-secondary planning as they're enrolling in coursework. Those of you that have specific schools in mind that you may be wanting to attend after high school, just making sure that you're aware of what those requirements are. Typically for 9th grade, you're not going to have too many decisions to make in this regard, but we do have some students who might be looking into this. So for those of you planning to go to a 4-year college, or if you know that might be on your radar, you do want to make sure you're meeting high school requirements. But one thing to point out is you may want to consider taking 4 years of math. So you would do that all the way through your senior year. You also may want to consider taking more than 3 years of science. Again, maybe more than 3 years of social studies. You might want to think about adding a world language into your schedule. So these questions are things that can be asked of your teachers or your parents or your counselors if you have additional questions. The last thing is for any of you that may be student athletes and you might be potential D1 or D2 college athletes. At some point throughout your high school career, you need to make sure that you're signing up with the NCAA clearinghouse and ensuring that the coursework that you're taking is approved by the NCAA Eligibility Center. This is something that you can take a look at. We've got links available online, again, on the Edina High School webpage. And we also have staff that are happy to support you if you have questions through the process. So some things to think about as you're enrolling for your courses for next year. Please make sure that you're choosing your courses wisely. If you're not signed up for a course, there will likely not be a space for you. So we're going to set up our classes based on the coursework that you choose when you turn in your registration in February. Please talk with your teachers about their recommendations. If you're unsure of what you should be taking, they see you every day and they've got some really good advice for you. So make sure you're connecting with teachers as well as your parents. And really think about your entire schedule as you're planning your coursework. What do you have going on outside of school? What are your family obligations? So we want to make sure that you're balancing the classes that you're taking with the activities that you're involved in outside of school as well. So you want to make sure we have 7 courses or 7 periods of the day in high school. So you'll have 7 classes each semester. We do recommend a student prep for each semester for our 9th graders. If you are an incoming 9th grader who would like to add a 7th class, there is a form that we need you to complete, which is called a request for 7th credit form. So please make sure that you're filling that out. The last thing is there is a section for you to list alternate courses. The purpose of those alternate courses would be if you're unable to get into your first choice elective, then we would need to know what to put you in if we're not able to get you into that first choice. So selecting alternate courses that you would be willing to take is really important. So just make sure you're thinking that through. So we've given you a lot to think about. I just want to remind you again that we have quite a few resources that are available to you. We've already talked about connecting with your teachers. If you have questions, you can always ask your middle school counselor. We do have those online resources available that we've talked about, the course catalog. This PowerPoint is available online, along with a variety of other registration materials. The dates to know: your registration window is available and open for you to select courses between January 24th and February 21st. And high school counselors will be headed out to the middle schools to meet with students. So we'll be at Southview on January 30th and 31st, and Valley View on February 6th and 7th. So I know we've given you a lot of information today. Please make sure you're using your resources. This should be a really fun time. It's really exciting to think about high school. So enjoy, have fun looking through the information, and we will look forward to seeing you very soon.